Alright, hi and Assalamualaikum. Today we want to propose regarding Project 1. Based on our discussion in WhatsApp group, I'm a team leader and my name is IZZATI binti Muhammad FAUZI. I'm from Rembau, Negeri Sembilan. Alright, next we can proceed with our introduction group members.
Okay, hi, my name is NURAMALIN SOFIYA binti Abu JIMI and I'm from Kuala Lumpur.
Hello everyone, my name is AIDA SAFITRI. I'm from Aceh, Indonesia.
Hi everyone, my name is EMELIA and I am from Sri Kembangan, Selangor.
Hi, my name is AMIRAH. I'm from Rawang, Selangor.
Hi everyone, my name is Shahiera and I am from Puchong, Selangor.
Alright, next. Then we go on to the next thing on the agenda, which is assign each person to a certain job. As a team leader, I would divide your responsibility. First, I'm seeking for a meeting coordinator who will be in charge of our project, agenda and minutes meeting. Can I propose Shahiera for the job?
We believe we will agree with your recommendation. Shahiera, how about you?
Of course, after all, I have limited experience managing a program. Having only managed to hold a few minutes meeting before the commencement of the program.
That's alright, Shahiera. That's wonderful to hear from you. Following that, I'm searching for 2 researchers to join the project. I will choose 2 people because I need someone who can work well with others to collect, organize and analyze opinion and data in order to investigate some topic for the next agenda. I will leave the decision to you or anyone willing to volunteer for this position.
Sorry, but I think Anis and EMELIA are the best candidates for this role because they are both diligent individuals.
That's something I agree with as well.
If you're already decided, then we both take the jobs. Anis and I will certain that everything went as planned.
Sorry for interrupting, but I believe I would enjoy working as a transcriber. We all know what a transcriptionist is. So this is directly tied to my ability to multitask.
Wow, Amalin, you did a fantastic job. I like how you boost your self-confidence this time. Was Amalin's point of view shared by everyone?
I agree with you, Aina.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so the timekeeper is the final role because there was only 1 person left. AIDA would be in charge of the entire recording session, which would take place at a time to be determined later.
Okay, sure, Aina. I'll make certain that everything is in fine working order.
We can now conclude this session and move on to the next item on the agenda.
Aina, what is the next topic we should talk about?
For the next thing we need to discuss is regarding the title that needs to be chosen. As was told by Dr. Teh, the topic must be based on community, economic and socio-economics, culture or any other issue that will highlight the importance of culture, diversity and social well-being in Malaysia. Do you guys have any ideas of suggestion?
I think we can choose economics for our topic. For example, regarding the investment in Malaysia.
I don't quite agree with the idea because it's quite heavy to bring into discussion.
Yes, I agree with Amalin as economics is a wide issue to be discussed.
Maybe we can go with the topic of culture because the culture diversity in Malaysia, we can get a lot of information and ideas to discuss.
Yes, Emilia idea is really precise to discuss. We do have cultural diversity in Malaysia, so there is a lot of issue that can be raised.
Yes, I also agree with Emilia and Anis. So are you guys okay if we proceed with the culture topic?
Yes, we agree with that topic.
All right. Any idea for the title of our topic?
I think we can choose for the racism issue in Malaysia. Malaysia has a lot of racism and it needs a lot of tolerance from all the people as a Malaysian citizen.
I agree with Shahiera. As an Indonesian, I hear a lot of racism issues in Malaysia, and maybe from that issue we could get a lot of ideas to discuss.
Yes, it's true. Racism is really a serious issue in Malaysia and it needs to be eradicated.
I think we can go for the multi-racism issue in Malaysia, as our title is to highlight the main point of our discussion.
I agree with Annie's idea. From the title itself, people can get the context of our content.
Yes, it is true. Next, I think we should pick which content terms we want to employ in our contents. Any ideas from all of you?
I suggest, what if we create content in the form of acting? Because I believe the content will be more engaging for everyone to see in such a format.
Personally, I agree with Emelia's nation, since acting will be more interesting for me.
But if we develop content in the form of acting, I think we will spend a significant amount of time preparing the content. Is that acceptable for everyone?
Amalin's statement was correct. This is due to the fact that our daily routines are not all the same and the times we set may clash.
When I think about it, what Shahira and Amalin mentioned is accurate as well. Is there anything more we can think of it to make it easy for everyone?
Sorry, is it okay if I give a suggestion?
Yes, can Anis. We much appreciate the idea you would want to give.
What if we create content in the form of news, review, and commentary?
I think it will be intriguing as well, since we will be able to provide details about our content afterwards.
Yes, I agree, and we'd also make it easier for us to create that sort of content.
Amalin and Emilia, how about you? Is that good with both of you, or do you have another suggestion?
I agree with Annie's ideas.
Same here, I agree too.
Alright, so now that everyone has decided to accept Anis' proposal for new reviews and commentary, as a result, we will adopt this strategy for our content in the future.
Break a leg and let's do our best for this content, everyone. We can do it.
All right.
Let's do this. We can proceed to the next step. Is everyone okay with it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so this part, I think the most important part that we really need to discuss, since our title is about multiracialism in Malaysia. Does anybody want to give an opinion, idea or issue that is related to multiracialism in Malaysia?
Me, AINA. As far as I can see, in Malaysia has less tolerance in the culture. The issue is a bias in recruiting. We can clearly see this thing is really happening in Malaysia. For example, there are certain companies that will prioritize their own people or race to be absorbed into work based on their origin of their company.
Yes, Anis, I agree with you. It is really happening, and this issue is happening in each group of races. People should require the best candidate based on their skills, benefits, advantages, eligibility, and so on to perform and do the job or task perfectly. Usually people like this, the company will have a surplus of employees of the same race as it. Presumably, there is no equal ratio in hiring.
Good issue. I agree with you too. Shahiera and Aida, make sure to note this point, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, next, any issue that can relate to this topic?
For me, another issue that is really related to multiracialism in Malaysia is the language barrier. As a Malaysian, it has become an obligation for us to know how to speak in Malay or Bahasa, as we know that Bahasa is our national language. This issue has been raised when non-Malay are not willing to learn and speak in Bahasa. This is how the barrier broke.
Yes, Shahiera, I also have the same thought as you. Nowadays, many of them take this issue seriously. Some of them prefer to speak in their own language, so this will make them unable to communicate with other races due to language barrier. Indirectly, they will mingle with their fellow races, which in being a racist. This is not good for our harmonious country.
Oh yeah, I also have same thought that are related to this situation. But this is in terms of education. As we can see in Malaysia, we have a school called Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan, where we can see that this is the main cause of the gap between the races that exist. From an early age, children are taught to socialize and make friends with people of their own race only. This refers to a lack of interracial mixing. This is a big why that I personally wanted to ban this kind of education system. The government should make the education system same as secondary school that place all the races in one school.
True, Anis. I personally think like that too. Not just that, school like Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan are the reason for students that grew from the school tend to live with their own races. This is because they are not familiar with the multiracial environment and might be incited by the thought that the other races are neither good or bad. So they tend to just stay in their comfort zone, which is only socializing with people of the same race.
Yes, basically, this kind of culture will continuously happen until they are working or having a family. Well, obviously, this is not what we want, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, I think for the other opinion, I think we can highlight in terms of clothes or dresses there, which are worn by certain cultures. Maybe for example, it is an obligation for Malay or Islam to cover their aurat, but some individuals think that is also an obligation for other culture too, which they tend bash people who does not cover their aurat.
Yes, Aida, I do agree with this issue as I have seen in social media where they put in the comment section regarding the clothes that others wear. Individuals need to know there is cultural diversity in Malaysia and we need to respect others too.
Yeah, that's right. In order to get respect from others, we need to show respect to others first, right?
I think that I think issue that can be raised among Malaysia racism is skin color. Skin color is the most obvious thing to show the races of someone, but it is not an excuse for us to be racist with others. Culture diversity is beautiful if we know how to respect others.
Yeah, I agree with you, Amelia, as I think cultural diversity is actually unique and beautiful in Malaysia. I love to see the diversity of races and cultural in Malaysia.
All right, then any other issue you guys want to discuss or can be raised?
I think I wanted to raise an issue regarding the perception of certain people toward other races. It is where certain people label and make an assumption towards certain races. For example, Malays are lazy, Chinese do not like to share, and Indians are noisy. These negative perceptions needs to be avoided among the people.
Yes, I agree with Amalin's point as well, as this type of negative perception can create discrimination and can spoil the harmony of Malaysia.
Yes, me too. This issue really needs to be highlighted among people.
Nice point, guys. We totally agree. I totally agree with all the issues. There's a lot.
Yeah, I think we have discussed this issue a lot, and each of us has managed to express their opinions on this issue.
Yeah, we have done enough. Shall we continue for the next point?
Yeah, sure. So for the next point, we have to deciding the solution, right? And what do you think about this one, guys?
I think this one for the issue arising.
Do you mean the solution to each issue that we raise?
Yes, right.
I see. So for the first one, we need to do research about the issue arising, right?
Is there a solution to the issue we raised earlier?
I think there is a solution, but not everyone has to do it.
Okay, so now we better see one by one issues point that we will discuss earlier. And the first one is the lack of tolerance in Malaysia. Has the government issued something to solve this problem, or maybe from the society themselves?
Based on what I know, Malaysia has passed a law for tolerance that protects human rights.
I think in Malaysia, government have emphasized the importance of tolerance, but I think there are still many people who feel unfair about how the environment in the country treats them because Malaysia is majority Muslim.
Yeah, I think so, Emilia, because if we just look around us, it's already relatable.
Okay, so for more details, we will look for more information later. And I think for the next point, we haven't been able to find a solution because we haven't looked for more in-depth information about the issue. So it's better if we look for the information first. Then at the next meeting, we will discuss the issue and the solution again.
Okay, then, so let's move to the next step, which is deciding the rule for content. Is it okay, everyone?
Yes, sure. So let me explain the list of roles in this content. There will have 2 reviewers and 4 invited guests who will be representative of each race. Do you have any questions about this role?
I see. So 3 of race is normally Malays, Chinese, and Indians, right? So who is the last one?
I think we can choose Kadazan for the last one.
Yes, I agree with Shahiera.
Okay, all right. So who wants to be volunteer for reviewer's role?
I think I can be a reviewer because I'm from Indonesia, so I can be the one who is interested to ask questions about every race in Malaysia.
Yes, we agree about your opinion, Aida.
That's great, Aida.
Okay, for the next role, can I suggest Anis to be Indian? I think Anis suitable to be an Indian role.
Is it
Shahiera,
okay, Anis?
Shahiera, I accept your suggestion. I'm okay with that.
All right. Now we already know that AIDA will be a reviewer and Anis will be representative for Indian. For the next representative who want to be volunteer.
Me, I can be the representative of Kadazan if everyone agrees.
Okay, noted, Melly. Thank you for volunteered. So next, I want to be a reviewer, same as AIDA if you all don't mind.
Alright, sure. So I will choose to be representative for Malay and Aina can be the representative for Chinese if Aina agree.
I agree with you, Shahiera. It's a great idea. I don't mind about that, so I can learn more about other race. Okay, so we all have settled down our roles in this content. Do you have any question, everyone, before we close our meeting?
No, Aina, so far everything is clear.
All right, everyone. Is everything clear? Thank you so much for today.
Most welcome. Thank
Most
you to
welcome.
Aina.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.